Hi, it's Lucy Carlson here. I love silent movies and I love scary movies. And today we're going back to the early 1920s and we're looking at a silent film that falls into both categories. The movie we're looking at today is Haxan, sometimes also subtitled Witchcraft Through the Ages. This movie was released on Blu-ray by the Criterion Collection a few years ago, and now we've got this special edition release from Radiance in the UK. I'm going to unbox this release and share my opinions. Now, just to clarify, this is a UK release of the film. It's a Blu-ray. It is not a 4K disc, but it is region-free. This is not region-locked. It is import-friendly if you are an American and you want to get this for your collection. So anyway, there is this little OB strip on the spine there that just has some info. Under there, we've got this nice art. The title of the film is actually embossed. That looks absolutely gorgeous. There's our spine text. Back cover with more of that macabre artwork. I love how that looks. And this release does come with a pretty thick booklet as well. And I'm just going to show some of the stuff that's in here. There's a lot of, photos of posters and some shots from the film, essays and so forth. Now, some of these pages do feature nudity, so obviously I can't show those on my channel. As usual, not going to go through every single page in here, but you get the idea. There's some cool stuff in here. And I like that Radiance definitely went overboard with this when it came to creating a nice special edition. I don't know if I own any other discs by Radiance. This might be my first purchase of one of their releases. The actual case, here's the front cover. Got one of the images of the devil from the film. There's spine text. Here's like the map of what they thought the universe used to look like. And the spine has the number 78 on it. This is a limited edition of 6,000 copies. I don't know if that means this is 78 out of 6,000 or if it's the 78th release from Radiance. So if anyone has any info there, please clear that up for me. And we get some art cards inside of the case there. So again, more pretty cool stuff. Radiance definitely went to the nines for this release. We do get 2 discs in this set. Disc 1 contains the restoration of the film as well as an alternate cut of the movie with music by Jean-Luc Ponty and narration by William Burroughs. Disc 2 has the restoration of the movie with 2 additional score options plus 2 additional cuts of the movie, including a French cut sourced from a VHS tape. And there also is reversible artwork under here as well, so you get an idea of what's there. Again, just very happy, even before we get into the actual content of the movie, with everything that Radiance has done for this release. A series of eerie vignettes depict images of sorcery and evil on screen, from representations of occultism and religious hypocrisy to a chilling witch hunt in the Middle Ages. Haxan mixes documentary and fiction forms to create an unsettling brew that prefigures everything from gothic horror to the found footage film. This wasn't my first time seeing Haxan, but when I heard this release was out, with all the alternate cuts of the movie and additional bonus features, I knew it was something I had to get my hands on, and I had a lot of fun revisiting the movie. The movie, of course, like I said, is sometimes subtitled Witchcraft Through the Ages, and that's basically what this movie delivers. You see text from old books, you see old illustrations, mythical beliefs, and then of course you have some reenactments and the like of witchcraft, what witchcraft was perceived to be, some actual witching masses from way back in the day, and then you see, of course, the Spanish Inquisition hunting witches, and then you even see the impact that this has on the modern day, or at least the modern day for the early 1920s. And I mean, the movie features Swedish intertitles, but those are subtitled in English for this release, and throughout, it's certainly a movie that keeps you entertained with everything it throws at you. This movie's not afraid of showing scary images, nor is it afraid of showing nudity when need be. It's a movie that certainly took chances in a lot of ways, but the end result, while certainly hard to describe, definitely has become one of my favorite films over the years. Again, I love silent cinema, I love horror, and this is a great release that really gives you the best of both worlds. Haxan is a very interesting movie, and if you're a film buff, this one's got to be seen at least once. Now, as far as picture quality goes, I'm just looking at the main restoration version of the film, which is available with 3 musical scores. And I have to say, silent films don't always look very good when they get home video releases, even in this modern digital era of Blu-ray and 4K releases. But this Blu-ray disc of Haxan features an amazing restoration, and I'm very happy with what I see here. This might actually be the best looking release of a silent film that I have ever seen on a home video format. That's how good this restoration looks, and this Blu-ray release from Radiance really brings it out. I believe this is actually the same restoration that was the basis for the Criterion Collection release of the movie. So if you've seen that, pretty much the same deal here, but I mean that in all the best of ways. For bonus features, like I said, we do get 3 alternate cuts of the movie. I believe the Burroughs-Ponty cut with the jazz score and the spoken word narration, I believe that was also on the Criterion Collection disc, but the 2 other cuts were not. I think the Criterion might have had like one featurette exclusive to that release, but this has some additional, outtake footage, other featurettes, and there's even an interview here with Guillermo del Toro, one of the greatest filmmakers working out there today. So it just goes to show how wide and diverse the influence of Haxan has been. One of my favorite films from the silent era, and one I'm very happy to own in this new release. Should you pick this release up, if you already have the release from the Criterion Collection, that's a very good release, and I'm not knocking that, although I will say this is probably the superior release because it's got more cuts of the movie, 2 discs worth of content, and some additional bonus material. So I can give this one my absolute highest recommendation. I got this on eBay from a great store called the Goody Emporium, which is based here in Las Vegas. So if you're a fan of importing Blu-rays and 4Ks, I highly recommend that store. They've got some great stuff to look at. Again, absolute highest recommendations for this Blu-ray release of Haxan from Radiance Films. How about you? What do you think of Haxan? Is this one of your favorite silent films? Have you actually seen this movie? If not, do you intend to see it? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos. And make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.